Yeah.
Allow me to tell you something about the payment. In fact, everything about the payment of 16.330640 was abnormal.
Why do you say that?
Exactly. Number one, take note that it takes the Ministry of Health to request for the issue of the LC. So you cannot tell me that you are not aware when some money has been paid. That's number one. Number two, when the money was paid, actually paid, it was paid on the 31st of March. The contract was signed on 9th March. The money was paid on 31st of March, and letter was written to Bank of Ghana from controller, and the first person they copied a letter to was and is the minister responsible for health. That we have paid so and so amount since 31st of March.
All right.
You understand? Number two, it is quite dramatical, and for me, I have a lot of doubts, but I'll share them for now. You know what? When proceedings was ongoing, the committee was constituted on the 9th of July. The minister appeared on the 15th of July. Then on the 14th of July, a letter dated 14th of July was submitted to the committee that Al Maktoum has pulled out of the contract. He's right. Note this carefully. In the third letter, no mention was made to the effect that some money has been paid to Al Maktoum. Don't forget that already the minister has appeared before the committee and indicated no money has been paid. So what was going on? Let's take that one aside about the payment. Now, the minister responsible for finance is supposed to protect the public purse. For me, and forgive me if my words are harsh, for me, as I sit here, the most treacherous person to our public purse is the minister responsible for finance. And I say so because Israel. Now, a minister responsible for finance don't just get up and anybody can decide, I've contracted this person, so go and pay, then you also go and pay. It is on record that this contract didn't go through cabinet. This contract didn't come to parliament. This contract didn't go through the appropriate procurement procedure. So upon what basis did the minister responsible for finance pay this money?
In other words, from what you're saying, I get the understanding that you wish that you had the finance minister also appear before the committee to answer questions.
Fantastic. In fact, we wrote to the finance committee, and given the time we're given, we took delivery of the responses, and we had to prepare our reports quickly and then submit and all that. But for me, the finance minister has so a lot of questions to answer. Because how many of such payments has he done that we are not aware of? Because it has come to light that anybody at all can get up and go to the ministry and say, look, I have engaged this person to go and pay. Then they will also go and pay. Because the necessary procedures that must be followed before this payment should be done were not followed. So everything about the payment was bizarre, to say the least.
Okay, so in this instance, you're looking at the health minister, you're looking at the finance minister. Is there anybody else in the chain that you think that has questions to answer?
Yeah, I think that when it comes to international contract of this nature, yes, the finance minister, the PPA,
the PPA AG, says they didn't ratify.
Of course. I'm just mentioning them. Then those that we have cleared so far.
Okay.
Yes. So PPA, FDA, Finance, Ministry of Health. But the minister made it clear that he didn't involve FDA, so it's useless if you invite them.
All right.
And the PPA too clearly per the evidence, they also have they themselves have even issues with the contract. And so the minister responsible for finance, at least as for the AG, they wrote to them after the contract had been executed, and then they also gave them the advice they should follow, and they didn't. So for me, as far as I'm concerned, up to this point, the Ministry of Finance, especially the minister responsible for finance, has a lot of questions to answer.
Now, how do we get this money back? You said the finance minister has been ordered to retrieve it. What are the chances we're going to get this money?
Well, I can assure you, Israel, that I am going to follow this money till evidence of refund is shown to Parliament. It's not as if you are just going to tell us that, oh, it's been paid and that's the end. No, because we've heard about, issues about the fact that Ghana has not lost any money and all that, and we are at where we are at the moment. And so I will continue to pursue this issue till this money is actually refunded to the state.